flash in mid lane, try and make some visits early and often.
I think it does isolate Slater a little bit if Pallet wants to get out of that lane, look up towards the top lane. That's kind of where we expect Gam's focus to be in the early game. DK obviously
of course coming through play-ins, dropping early, but then being able to still... Oh,
it's a good trade. Pallet's so low already, down to 100 HP. Ignite is ticking on him. Will he get away? The Void Seeker's enough in first blood.
So it's pretty hard to actually get the kill there.
There's another stun landing. There's already the plasma built up. Killer Instinct living up to its name as Deft takes his second of the game.
Oh man, this Gam bottom lane. Remember, this was the part of the team that was added most recently after MSI. Kellen's not done.
Slater able to dodge to the side, has hit 6, has that lightning crash if he wants. It continues to put the damage down on Deft. Deft trying to trade back in. Slater flashes away, but Canyon's here! And the Dragon's Rage is enough to secure the kill.
And leave to trying to kill Deft.
Showmaker's got a big flank here coming from the back. They gotta know he's there though. Yeah, Kati spots him out. Everfrost
short. The knock-up from Kana doesn't quite hit. Flamespitter coming out. Kellen goes in and immediately Cataclysm on the back line. Charm coming out as well and Kellen's already down. Slater gets his first of the game alongside Gam's first.
I want to see if Dalmon can now force it on the Dragon as Showmaker goes for the 1v1.
For the Rude Abscomdak Dug. The shockwave stolen. Bakati! The flash burn from Showmaker in the end. Already down to 5,000 HP. Canyon looking for the kick as well as Pallet has to back away. Levi on that front line looking for the steal. Could jump in here. Canyon comes back in. EQ flash. The equalizer on the backline as well as Deft is already low, but Cannon dives in. Slater trying to do what he can already. The Dragon's down as DK. Get the soul. Kiaya forced away. Levi goes in with a Cataclysm, but he just doesn't have the damage to work his way through Deft. DK win the fight.
Yeah, I don't think Levi has time to spawn and get there, so it's going to need a miracle for Gam to steal. They can 4-on-5 try and just force them off with a fight.
What are you going to do, just walk at them? Yeah. That's what they're trying right now, but
Shockwave,
maybe? Not most effective strategy I've ever seen is Canyon secured.
Lead with the Dragon Soul, with the Baron buff, and they've still got a minute and 20 seconds left on this Baron buff. They keep going.
And Showmaker going in. Kiaya just burst out by Deft. Showmaker puts an equalizer down himself and pops the stopwatch so he doesn't go pop underneath the tower. Inhibitor tower already down as Deft flashes forward. Slater with the lightning crash, but the shield from the Guardian from Pallet does not arrive in time. Now Pallet dancing away as Canyon looks for the kick. Dash away from Levi and DK are just pushing in on 3 separate fronts.
All right, that's gonna be 2 inhibitors down and probably looking for Nexus now. Slater down for 27 seconds, Kiaya down for 20. D+ looking to end game 1.
Levi puts the Cataclysm down, but it's really just a jacuzzi for DK as they boil him in the midst of it. The kick back as well. A bit of showmanship there from Canyon to end this one out. 26 minutes is all it took for DK to once again defeat a team lower ranked than them.
And it might not be his birthday, but Deft to me really standing out here, and him, and most importantly Kellen, able to do well in this first game. They're able to get them the 1-0 lead. And for Deft, I think he's been having a great year, a great tournament, but for...
Pretty good at ganking Akali, can show up in the Shroud as is Ahri, so I definitely expect D+ to have some fireworks with the legendary duo, Canyon and Showmaker, early on, and trying to abuse this Akali pre-level 6 before you get a lot
lane
more
already moving up. Slater still down in that bottom lane as well. No flash on Kana as Kati finds the flank, the equalizer down, but already it looks like Kana will be the first to fall. First blood over to Gam as now Pallet continues to trade. Showmaker dashing in with the Spirit Rush. Kati dashing out towards the top side, but Kiaya is now caught in the midst of 3 members of D+ Kia, and he'll fall. 1-1 so far in the trade. Will Kati get out, or will Showmaker find him?
And they're going to continue burning this one down. Kana looking for a Rumble ult.
Crypto used in the mid lane. Pallet looks for the Hex Flash hook, can't quite land it. Equalizer down on Pallet, and he is sitting, and his world is on fire as the ground burns beneath his feet. An immediate engage by Kellen as well as Kati tries to dodge away. Kiaya trading in, but there's no one to follow up with any damage of any sort for Gam. Kana chased off towards the bottom side, but it's Gam who are doing the retreating, and it's Showmaker who will not stop chasing forward. Slater forced away under the tower. All the lanes, they have control of the objectives, and they haven't taken a tower yet. There is so much gold on the map for them as Canyon looks for the kickback. Levi, Sonic Wave still hits. Levi will escape underneath this turret, but has to burn the flash. Oh! He's dead! Showmaker takes him with the Leandri's burn, I must assume?
Like the previous game, they were able to hold on a little bit more as Deft.
Flash knocker from Pallet, but I don't think you win these. Kellen was waiting in the wings, the double stun with the shadowing strike, and Slater trying to get away will burn his flash. Pallet engaged, but he runs the wrong way around the rift to get taken out by Deft.
And now,
Canyon.
yeah, from this.
Die as warriors. Will they fight it to the last? The hook comes in onto Callan. The knockback as well. The equalizer already used, and the paranoia comes out. The dive onto the back line. Shut down on death. And now Gam starts to open up. Callan trying to walk into the pit, maybe just escaping on a fraction of his HP. But Showmaker has had enough. He will smash the smiles off their faces as he cleans up the fight.
And he saves Kellen by killing off the Nautilus. Huge Showmaker with the
With that Leandries, and we'll see. This is kind of all or nothing. You can't give over that soul.
Steph's on the hunt. Callan going in. Kiaya trying to dive onto Callan, pulls him back with the all out, and Pala's there as well. Callan will fall, but already we see Pala going down as well as Kati has to jump away. Kiaya flashing out of here as well. Levi already dead. Kiaya on his last legs, and those legs might be ripped from under him as the charm misses, the orbit deception misses, but the boomerang blade enough to find the Kati will be able to escape, but for how much longer can he escape the clutches of DK? The Nexus awaits for them if they so desire, but the Red Bull Baron power play might be adding an extra plus 50 at the end of it. Still a minute left before that Baron expires.
All right, Kana's coming down too to finish the job. Everybody wants in on the picture. 10 seconds left on Kiaya. The Baron buff over 50 seconds here, and
You have double cannons, you have the range, but those cannons actually don't let you walk up close enough to the tower to auto it yourself. DK,
here come the Bronx!
As Canyon dives in, Kati kick back and shuts out of the fight. DK already found 2, they're looking for more, they're looking for 3, they're looking for 4, as Kiaya falls for the double for death. The fountain, the only hope the Slayer has, but that hope is shut out by a boomerang blade from Death, the Infernal Soul doing its work as DK secure their spot in the next round.
And D Plus continue their insane level of dominance against teams that they are on paper ranked higher than. It's a streak that's lasted the entire year, and as good as the GAM run was, and I think as happy as the VCS was with the performance of both GAM as well as Team Wills in the play-ins, D Plus, unfortunately, as Showmaker said in the the opening video of the day, we're here to wipe the smiles off their faces and destroy them and unfortunately engage. But if the LNG comp finds an early lead and you get to just continually engage with this combination of Charzon and Scout going into the enemy backline, you don't get to play the game. Having a lot of early bot side prio is really going to is having an okay game. And even if he
Flash, knock up, knock back, Cuz is here for the twisted advance, and Hung has been hanged out to dry by KT.
Well, there you go. The whole Lehens.
Flash in front of Lehens! He stood still!
Plus the CS lead, plus the turret plate, but mid lane?
Cuz flashes forward, twisted advance, Pop Blossom, but Pop goes the Nico as KT strike again.
And Cuz actually goes with the LNG, and they're trying to strike back.
Guitar charges in, the tower doesn't quite fall as Tarzan goes in with the EQ flash. Chase continues, Zika looking for that counter-strike, still cleanse on flash available for aiming as the Hens acts as the bodyguard, counter TP. Behind them now as the twisted advance goes forward. KT looking for a little bit more, Tarzan flags and drags into the bush, but there's no escape for him. Only Zika, the Houdini of the Rift, can get away, but this time, shut down again today. 4 kills for KT. Respecting it, lane jumpers come down, Zika coming from one side, the counter-strike flashed away. Aiming able to survive, and now Zika caught underneath the tower, tanking tower shots, but Daze is aiming, the Super Mega Death Rocket not enough, but he still gets the kill. Mid lane tower falls, white fight, you say, Chronomy behind as well. And looking for that flank position as Scout could find all 5. Scout goes in, the Pop Blossom lands and down goes aiming. Meanwhile, Keen gonna bring Tarzan back into the fight. He's got the Renata bailout to try and bring him back to life, and that will do exactly what it's meant to do in a fight like this. The TP coming in from Zika as he looks to join the fray. KT trying to fight, but will they live another day? Cuz has a flask. KT into the fight as BDD looks for something, dragging down. Hex flash in by Lehens, but they don't know that Scout is here. KT in arrears in terms of their map awareness as Keen is locked up with the Pop Blossom, and now BDD in the middle of LNG. He manages to survive. Scout doing everything he can to keep his team alive. Garlem on the backline, unable to approach as Scout will fall as well. 2 to KT alongside the Dragon.
KT and Lehens getting both summoners off Gala. Let's see if they can punish him
so
now.
Low already. Look at where Cuz is. That Baron might be gone before Cuz can even get in. And there's the hostile takeover coming out as well. The Root being used with the Nature's Grasp, but Hung able to survive, and now KT on the back foot. Good knockback with the Pathmaker as Tarzan retreats to his team, but look at the shurikens and look at Cuz's head. Health bar just get ripped to shreds. The Pop Blossom finds aiming as well, but he has that flash cleanse back up. The Cataclysm enough to find the kill as LNG advance. An unending march from LNG as KT can only stand and watch as their cow is mown down.
Given that there's no AP damage as
the Hens Hex Splash in, they get onto Gala, but they don't have the follow-up right now. Aiming trying to put the damage down as Scout is going to join the fray. From the side, it's a 5-man! Only the stopwatch stop BDD from being ripped apart, but Gala will follow up with a shutdown onto the enemy mid. The chase continues here for LNG. Keen trying to get away the Counter-Strike, aiming able to flash away from it, but the Counter-Strike still finds one. Zika was looking for another leap strike there.
Yeah, they're not going to stop here. Baron buff, a full minute left, and Gala, he wants blood.
Can Keen hit confirm? He needs the Q3, he's building up towards it. Gala may be overstepping, but does still have the flash to cleanse. Zika takes a little bit of HP, there's a hit for confirm onto Gala, but can they put the damage down? Gala almost into his GA, but he survives with the redemption and with the hostile takeover, and you just can't kill Gala when he's in this sort of form. The Super Mega Death Rocket goes right, and now LNG already got one kill on the board. Keen down, the Nexus Tower short to follow as LNG turn their eyes towards the Nexus. They don't even need to kill off KT. They've done it on the Rift already. LNG 1-0.
Well. Gala deathless in that game. Well protected by LNG. Nice, really fun opener. I almost said it. Really fun opener.
It's also something that KT have played throughout the entire year that they have been great on. To me, though, the main thing from a KT perspective is will Keen finally show the form that we haven't seen of him, in my opinion.
Keen, where are you going to go? How do you slip your way out of this one? We saw the dancing shoes from Zika in game one. Keen might just try and trade in the counter-strike, slice and dice away. The flash, follow from Zika, and it's a solo in the top left.
That's
big. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He is unaware as he flashes away. The hook connects. The Riptide as well as Gala's being chased under the tower. And Gala is gonzo. In the much LNG can do with Zika being interrupted. They can't even make the TP play as the Hens is looking for something. The blast
so good.
Oh, that was absolutely gorgeous. A bloody beautiful play by KT as they get the cherry on top of their Drake.
Instantly taken down. Now they're turning it up. KT on the warpath.
As the Weaver's Wall knocked back by the Emperor's Divide, but Tarzan on the wrong side of the wall and on the wrong side of...
Sivir always loves to plant herself really early on in mid lane here to be able to perma farm.
Ruthless Predator there, I think it's going to come down just afterwards. Dominus now used with the TP out from Scout. This is the Dragon Sacrifice, but Keen unable to flash over the wall as Scout finds his mark. Away. Now the control wall is gone, so my point is moot, but it helped for a little while, okay?
You also see that the Cuz
able to dash away. Solar Flare on Cuz as well, still has the flash, but he's dashed into. He tries to flash the wall, but can't get away already. Tarzan's down. Cuz surviving the Radiant Virtue, keeping him just
one wave. He catches the one wave at tower, immediately has to come over and cover the rest of the team.
Seismic shove back, Hung pops the stopwatch, but is he just going to be burst down immediately afterwards? The answer's yes, as KT once again find their push. As KT continue to do the Baron. Tarzan trying to get in, but he's depth charged up. The Baron down to 1,000. The smite comes out from Cuz, and now Zika on the front line. Keen looking for the engage from the side. BDD going in as well with the Weaver's Wall, and it funnels LNG into a choke point, but the blast cone helps them out for a second. Aiming, looking for that killer instinct, can't quite find it. Cuz gets the knock up onto Zika, but the counter-strike comes out. Gala trying to open up, but he's separated from the rest of LNG.
Hung
now he rejoins them. Hung has joined the fray, but Gala has been sent packing back to the bouncing. The Emperor's Divide comes out, but the killer instinct in by Aiming. Counter-strike cleansed, and Aiming continues to dash and to dance and to weave his way around LNG. And Chronicle be damned, I'm damn well excited.
coming through here. Skeen's trying again.
TP behind here. Keen's going to force Zika down towards the bottom side. BDD has the Weaver's Wall, but do they know that this TP's come in? They do, but Scout already running in the opposite direction. Zika falls. KT 10-2 and a 9,000 gold lead. 53. Just grasp the Maokai ultimate there at pushing the team back. Inhibitor tower in the mid lane though, falling low in the mid lane. Down to a third. HP should be taken by KT. The wave in the top lane pushed in by Keen. Wave in the bot lane not being played on at all. Only 2 lanes the priority here for KT. I like this positioning as well, just gives you that little bit of extra impetus at making sure LNG can't get close enough to their tower. Lehens goes in, the depth charge out, but Gala's low already. Gala almost falling the killer instinct in by aiming, he dodges away from Scout. Emperor's Divide, not enough, because aiming is aiming for gold with his stopwatch. A double for BDD. Zika, the last man standing, and he'll do his Houdini impression once again. But there's no way out of these handcuffs for LNG as they are being locked into Game 3.
Oh, and as sweet as aiming Skysa is getting all these kills, man, BDD Talia here, so much work in this game. That one, of course, you get the setup from Lehens with the Nautilus, locking them in place. Huge backline damage. They take care of the spell shield. They take care of everything. And then aiming just gets
the
to go.
quarterfinals, and not only do you manage to make it into our top 8, you also avoid playing against Genji or JDG in those quarterfinals. Our two teams already qualified with the 3-0 record. The loser of this series goes down to play another best of 3, I believe, in 2 days' time. Is that Sunday? I think that's Sunday. To see if they can then finally qualify for the quarterfinals at a 3-2 record. KT and LNG ready to take the Rift for the 3rd time today. We've had 2 bangers of games. One, LNG favored when we got to the team fights. One, KT favored because they were able to separate LNG into multiple different skirmishes rather than having one full team fight. Here, both compositions, both teams have opted in to facing each other in a full 5v5.
Ooh, and they have opted into BDD Azir with some scaling Ornn items on their side as well. Let's get onto the Rift for the decisive game.
Soul supports KT. Scout on the other side of the Rift are looking to make a few people, a lot of people in this arena a little bit sad as they work their way home on this Friday night.
I saw a couple signs in there that were saying Scout come LCK. So maybe they start those endeavors.
The hand's going to get knocked up. The Glacial Augment slowing him down, has to flash away. Does still have the Hex Flash Ignite used by Hung, but that's the trade of summoners you'll take every day of the week for LNG.
And in this series against T1, particularly in the lower bracket finals, this was how a lot of the KT games started. It's not like Alistair isn't already a cannon minion at, or not even a cannon, a caster minion at level 1. This is going to make it tough. The one saving grace is that he's playing into a Rakan, not something like the Renata like we saw in game number 1. But still, really nicely done by LNG to throw off Lehens, because I think that Lehens and Cuz really are the 1-2 that makes this KT, when they are playing forward, work the way that they do.
All right, let's take a look at the early levels on pushing here as trying to get out the minion wave. And just a couple of extra autos here.
I mean, BDD's looking for a lot of extra autos. He's running Halo Blade to Zit. Looking for that extra pressure in the mid lane. Hung and Gala able to pull the wave early here. Makes it very difficult for aiming to step up to farm the minions. One minion died, I believe, before aiming and Lehens got into the lane, so there will be one minion delayed on their level 2. I mean, it was already going to be delayed because Hung and Gala got control of the lane early on.
Yeah, a lot of these Azir players have started to really love the Hail of Blade start for that extra laning power and not having to give up so much push.
Yeah, I've also seen, like, particularly because BDD has been playing Azir for, like, I don't know, a completely unreasonable amount. I've seen him go basically every single keystone, and I think that that's one of the beauties of the champion. It's also why watching Scout play it in the first 2 matches that he played in this tournament and also in the last game. There is so much skill expression on the champion, so many different ways you can go about it.
That's exactly when KT would go back. Hung locked up. Looking for the Q knock up here. Flash Q. Great play there by Lehens. Hung's ticking down, and the E from Cuz finds the kill. Through their own jungle, clears out as many wards as they can as Gala falls low. The root coming out. The Moonlight Vigil. Gala has the heal, manages to escape. Cease and desist. They want to stop Gala. And once again, excessive force used. Forge God as well. Now in a good position to flank Emperor's Divide onto Scout. The knock up against the wall, and everything's coming up KT. Scout tries to get away, but the Ram rams him into an early grave. As Zika joins the Brave in a 2v1. He's trying to fight against BDD. The slice, the dice, the dominus, not enough. Zika Zika can't find his man. Tarzan pushes for it, but even he can't get onto BDD as KT disengaged perfectly.
But just on
Tarzan steals away the Drake, and now the fight begins as Kaz is low. The quickness coming out, and Gala diving in. Kaz already down to 200 HP. The season assist does get the knockup, but already Kaz has fallen. BDD now chased out, and no escape for him this time. LNG have just played. This can just play a front to back. They do have the tools to do so, but the shockwave lands still on Keen as the flash is invested, and Keen will pay for his hubris of pushing out the lane with his life.
And the big thing there is that
TP behind now as LNG look to up the tempo of the game. The Dominus popped as aiming is going to meet the base of Zika here. Lahen's trying to do everything he can to disengage for his AD carry. Flash, Ruthless Predator, the cleanse away by aiming. Lahen's already down, aiming with the Severum. Doesn't even tickle Zika, those scales. Stopping him from LNG played ring around the rosies. KT trying to get in here. The call of the Porch God will be brought down, but those prayers unanswered for KT as LNG steal away the big purple worm. The engage now following. KT, Shockwave will shock them all and silence the crowd here in Seoul. Lahen sacrifices himself, but it's just not enough for KT. BDD tries to escape, but will not. Away is 5 towards mid.
They get there first. Zika goes for the stun tower dive.
The charm, the quickness. Tarzan going in as well with the call of the Forge God. Scout able to flash away from it in time. BDD already down for the double kill, and now it's all on aiming. But purple and red are not the guns you want to see if you're a KT fan right now. Lahen's looking for the flank double. Recall coming out, but the TP immediately invested by LNG. By Scout to re-engage the fight. Could this just be it?
I think that's going to be it. I think LNG are going to make their way towards quarterfinals here.
Aiming against the white guns with the shut down, the shockwave. Aiming with a moment to pop a stopwatch to think about what's happened. But LNG do not give him a moment to breathe. It has been breakneck as LNG have broken the backs of KT and make their way to the quarterfinals.
LNG, what a beast of a team. They avoid Gen.G, they avoid JDG in the next draw. Definitely deserved rewards for them as well.
And in the fight between BDD and Scout, again, it's Scout that comes out on top.